21stCenturyPet.com. Get great pet tips to keep up with the latest in all things pet. Tell them Larry sent you. Your pet deserves 21st Century Pet vitamins today. They're your best friends.
Dream, that I want you in my arms, and I want you and all your charms.
Welcome back, everybody. It is the PM Show with Larry and Nancy Manetti. And on the line right now, we're poised to have with us Dr. Carl Petrasso. Dr. Carl is the author of the book, Dreaming for Success. And he's going to join us for the rest of the show and help interpret our dreams, talk about dreams maybe we've had in the past. Larry, have you ever had, like, recurring dreams?
Yeah, I've had.
Uh-oh.
Well, you know.
Larry, be nice.
No. I'm not talking about you-know-what dreams. No. Now, we have to be really, really on the level here because this is stuff that is so true and so important.
It's shocking. It really is shocking.
And
it is important.
I'm such a believer and so proud that Dr. Carl Petrasso is on the line with us. And Dr. Petrasso, are you there?
I sure am, Larry, and nice talking to you, and thank you so much for having me on the show.
Well,
Dr. Carl, it's Nancy. I'm so excited you're here.
Hey, thanks, Nancy, and I hope a lot of people call in with dreams because I love to interpret some dreams, and it's an opportunity for your listeners to have their dreams interpreted by a clinical psychologist and a dream expert and author of the book Dreaming for Success. So I'd love to hear some call-ins.
Now, Dr. Carl, my first question for you is, of course, you are a clinical psychologist. You approach things. You've been through a lot of schooling. This is no joke. But do you believe in some psychic ability to dreams?
There's a chapter in the book, Dreaming on Success, all about the nature of dreams. And, rather than psychic ability, I like to say that we all have unexplained experiences. No matter how you cut it, we all have them in our lives. And there's no question that we have many unexplained experiences in our dreams. And our dreams often warn us about things that are going to happen and to be careful either not to do something or to do something. As I explain in the book, there's a great story about a man in Chicago who had a reoccurring dream. I heard you talking about reoccurring dreams, about a plane crash. And he tried to alert the authorities at the Chicago O'Hare Airport. This was many years ago, and they did not listen to him. And in his dream, he saw the plane tilting a certain way. He saw the numbers on the plane, and he saw the type of plane it was. And it ended up that this plane did crash.
Wow.
And at first, they brought him in because they thought that perhaps he was a terrorist and had something to do with the crash, and he was absolutely cleared of it. But this is one of those unusual experiences where he wasn't actually taking the plane, but he was allowed to have this premonition that this was going to happen. And, the important thing, Larry and Nancy, is that, you could be driving your car to work in the morning and not realize that the night before you had a dream that was giving you advice about how to handle a situation with your daughter, what to do about your finances, how to solve a problem in your marriage, what to do when the boss confronts you about a difficult situation. We don't realize that this potential to understand what's going to happen to us and to deal with it is right there. And I talk about visitation dreams where you have someone who's departed and they come to you in a dream, and how to distinguish that kind of a dream from a dream where you may have a grief dream where the person actually isn't visiting you in the dream. So Dreaming for Success, it's available at Amazon.com. Go to books and put in the title Dreaming for Success and you'll find it there. But that's only one small part of what dreams are all about, is this whole area of out-of-body experiences. I had a friend of mine, I went to a workshop on hypnotism a few years ago, and we were walking down the hallway, and I tell the story in the book, and a friend of mine says, I had the strangest dream the other night. I lost a brooch that my mother gave me that was very important to me, tremendous sentimental value. I lost it. And last night in my dream, I felt that I left my body, and I could see myself looking down at myself, and then I could see myself going through the different rooms in the house. And in the dream, I saw the brooch lodged behind a table next to the wall. The next morning I got up, I went right there, and the brooch was there. So
wow. I just got the chills.
Out-of-body experience in a dream.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
Now, Dr. Carl, now we talked about this a little bit in the studio beforehand. What about if we're not remembering our dreams? Is that a sign, maybe a bad sign, or what does that mean?
No, it's not. And, again, in the book I talk about why we forget dreams and how we remember dreams. But there's an important aspect about not remembering our dreams. And this ties into talking about how how we sleep, how medications affect sleep, how our health affects sleep. But very often we may not remember a dream, but we still go through REM sleep. And the nature of the human brain, and remember, since the time of Freud and since the time of Jung, science and technology has taught us so much more about the functioning of the human brain and how dreams are part of that potential of the brain, that even if you don't remember a dream, your memory is being improved, your moods are being worked through and improved, problem solving is occurring, so that if you have a good night's sleep, you go through REM sleep, when you wake up in the morning, you're actually fortified and strengthened to deal with what's going to go on during the day, even if you don't remember the dream. And I'm going to put out a teaser, which is, yes, some people don't dream. And I talk about that in the book, Dreaming for Success. It's on Amazon.com under books, why some people actually don't dream. Normally, we forget dreams for the same reason we forget everything else. You know what? Some of us just have good memories, and some of us, we don't. Our memories aren't so good. But I'll tell you, in the morning, if you have a dream, don't jump out of bed. When you wake up, allow yourself to lay in the bed for just a few minutes and recall that dream, because a lot of forgetting happens when our brain shifts from the unconscious mind into the conscious mind. And if we take a few minutes to allow that transition to occur more easily, we're more apt to remember the dream that we had.
Now, Dr.
That's
Carl,
interesting.
Dr. Carl, we're going to go to a break. We definitely want to hold you over. There's tons of questions in the studio. There's tons of questions on the phone. So do you mind hanging out with us for a little bit longer, Dr. Carl?
Not at all. I'd love to.
Absolutely. Stand by, guys. We're going to take a break, but we are taking your calls. 800-336-2225. 800-336-2225. Get your dreams interpreted on the PM show with Larry and Nancy Manetti. We'll be back right after this.